Hi everyone, Raj here. Today I'll quickly show you how to take a picture from here to here, mostly landscape pictures, in less than a few minutes. So let me go to the original picture. Yeah, this is like more or less a washed out looking picture. So how do I gain yeah, let me reset this. Yeah, sorry, this is the actual picture. So I took this somewhere in the southern part of India. I used a Tamron 28300. As you can see, some of these values are like definitely flush out. The details are flushed out because it is overexposed. So how do you see whether a picture is overexposed? Of course you can see it in the picture, but technically how do you see that in Lightroom is like when you see the histogram, you can see two arrows here. This is for the underexposure, wherever you have values which cannot be gained, and this is overexposure. So when I hover over this, you can always see so where the picture is last data, so it shows this, right? So if you switch it on, it will always be there, it will stay there, or you can switch it off. So the histogram of course shows all the values here. So what to do with this picture? So let's quickly do some basic settings here. Let me go to white balance. That's the first thing. I'll take white balance to daylight. That itself will make some basic adjustments to the picture. There are still some haze and like blue color over these mountains, like which I want to gain. So I don't want to do much with the exposure because it's already an overexposed picture. So let me go to the highlights and just see if I can bring that down to some extent, because most of the time I keep the highlights to be very low in my picture. And so 50 I think is a good number. And shadows, I need to improve the shadows because only, as you can see, all the field areas here, the areas that need to like really pop out. So yes, to some extent. And same with the whites, like highlights, I always keep it down low, but not extremely low, because again this might look like a blob. So when it comes to the blacks, you can use this option key or alt key and drag it all the way to the left until you see this yellow highlights start showing up, something like this. So that should be a decent value here. I don't use clarity or vibrance because this picture is decent, but if I want to add some saturation, I can by pulling it to the right side. But yeah, there is enough yellow already, so I really want to desaturate it to some extent. So like let's keep it around 18. So that's the basic adjustments. Tone curve, I can play with this to make it a little like dark and light areas, like a simple linear curve with some adjustments to the contrast. So I think this should be fine. And color values, I mean this is evening, and maybe if I want to pull back some of the blue colors, I can do that. But actually I'll leave this here because I think I don't have much color values here to gain. The only other thing that I would do here is the lens corrections. So my lens is the Tamron 28300. I'll just set it up. It usually picks it from the picture details, the meta details, and it fixes them. So I'll not do much to this. So when if I can see a distortion, I can modify that, but I don't see any major distortion here. I think the picture is fine. If I want to add some effects, the only effect is like vignetting. So if you want some dark areas, like something like this, right? But I think I'll leave it yeah, a little dark. So that's it. Some basic updates, and let's see the before after here. From here, which is like completely flushed out, we were able to like pull out some of the values and like see the mountain ranges decently, and took off that orangish hue that is gone, and the water looks better. So that's all. Like that would be the basic fixes. Next time I'll come back with some other picture and I'll walk you through. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.